Kyle N. Been a while since you've been first in chat. Howdy. Oh, just realized I have a mic setting on that shouldn't be on. There we go. A little bit better. Hey, Kyle. You are, wow, that's funny. Kyle N is first on YouTube. Kyle Binks is first on the Twitch. I suppose Kyle's just the fastest hands in the West. Just got done with an RV, with a job. Now laying in the RV. All right, well, hopefully you get your relaxation in. Okay, we'll just take that. Probably could have been a better shot, but that's okay. I tried the new boost. Well, I don't know what you're looking at, but nice pass. It's hump day. It is hump day. I just got back from a business trip, so that's why you guys haven't seen me in like a couple days. The Danger Taco? The Cat or Pickle? Taco Nader. Hello, Shaq. Yeah, I decided I was getting real down bad on this game. So with a business trip coming up, I decided to just take an elongated break. Focus on getting that stuff done. And now we're back. And honestly, I haven't played in a couple days. I got into free play, and I was feeling clean with it. So hopefully that means we can just clap today, and it had a good stream. See my Discord DM? Yes, I cleared it so it's marked as red, but I'll watch that in a sec. Oh, what a save. All right. No, he actually got that touch off. How much commission do you make if I buy a hoodie with your code? What? A hoodie? What are you what? Where? What? You mean the code? I don't think you get access to that unless it's like a purchase from, like, you mean like an Epic Games hoodie? Is there such a thing? I was not familiar. That's fair. I've known Kara for over 5 years. Damn. The lore goes deep. That bounce is a little bit sharper. Nice save. What's up, buddy? We're back from a business trip, so... Man, that's crazy how many times they can score just because they get close to the goal, we can't 50 it. I missed the first one, teammate missed the second one. No, the website your bot was promoting? Oh, for the hoodie. I think that promotion's still going, so yeah, you can get a discount. Sorry, I thought you meant like, oh, my Danger Taco code that's on my YouTube thing, like right below my webcam. Like that doesn't apply to like if you buy like merch from the Epic Games store or whatever. But yeah, it does apply to that hoodie link. It's really good. I actually wore it on my flight on my business trip because it was really cold on these airplanes. I like the way you miss me, though. Nice, no chat. PMU was made in 2020. Damn it, that's when it was established. Well, that's great. Yeah. How you doing, TV? How'd that go? It went pretty well. I was at Angel Stadium. We had a big conference with a bunch of different people that were my company's partnered with. Seemed to go well. And NC State or NCSU. Ooh, hate that. Oh, wanted to see if I could take out Thunder. Oh, I was playing a 50. Try to keep it low. Teammate, you can chow that. Night everyone. All right, good night, Kyle. You had a long day. Hopefully you enjoy your rest. Oh my God, it's scaring me, buddy. Just trying to screw with him. I need to stop rotating so aggressive. This Kevin guy is really scaring me. Just wanted to put it on target. Probably gonna just slap that in the ceiling, made it a little weirder. Kevin, get back. It's okay, Kevin, you don't need to get the immediate read. Well. That's not good. Noise. Literally no way we lose the first game on of the day. Okay. Hello, Bryce Campbell. Man. Good up, Kevin. Oh. Bryce Campbell, you put the same emoji 5 times in a row. Of course you're going to be timed out for that. Alright, my ceilings reads a little suspect right now after the break, but other than that, we should be fine. Just kidding. Thunder is clapping. Oh my God, it's so cringe. Ah, it's so cringe! What are you cooking up for us? Hopefully he wins, but I don't know if I can carry too hard. We did a good job on that one. Thunder played well, but not a huge fan of our third. That's just how it's gonna have to be, though. I'm feeling good today, though, like, in terms of the mechs, so we just gotta play better. I'm feeling way faster than everyone on the other team that we're playing. It's mostly just, of course I'm gonna be like, well, I didn't like the third. Well, yeah, well, I'm incredibly low MMR right now, so that's gonna happen majority of the games, is third is gonna be functionally not on the pitch, so we gotta just play through that. Hey Dylan, how's your day been? Hope I didn't catch stream too late. I mean, I started like 10 minutes ago, so you're right on time. Yeah, I had a massive migraine, so I had to take a pill and let it chill for a bit. So now we're back. Head feels good, and we'll actually start the stream. Kitties are screwing with something over there. How's work been? Work's been good. Having consistent paychecks, always nice. Just got one of mine today. Hilariously enough, my esports stuff is still very much esportsing. I had a net 60 payment, which means they had 2 months to get my shit together, and they still didn't. So I'm waiting on like a $3,000 payment that hasn't come in yet, and I'm pissed. Nice. The 1-2. Getting a lot of migraines lately. Are you okay? I mean, if it's just I didn't hydrate super well, and so that's why. I didn't hydrate and I didn't have caffeine. That combined will give me a migraine, so that was on me. I was just flying in the beginning, didn't eat anything. I saw them all creep up, and I'm like, honestly, I don't think anyone's prepared for that. Work's been really fun, though. Everyone's really supportive. I'm learning a lot, meeting a lot of new people. That conference we went to was just a bunch of networking, so I just got a bunch of people's business cards, and especially like different companies that we work with that I'm eventually going to be selling their product. I'm able to like actually talk with them and be like, hey, what's up? I'm going to be doing this region. They're like, oh, cool. We'll introduce you to this guy who's going to also be probably working that same region. I'm like, ah, neat. So kind of cool to see where everything's headed. Is everything good in your side, Shaq? Oh, teammate did not expect you to be there. Whoa, my lag just fast forwarded me real quick. Not the low level psycho or low height. Oh, sorry, teammate. Not sure why he dove in on that, but I'll take it. It's been decent. Yeah. Jake hates Mike, I guess? I don't know. Nice shot. I mean, it was mostly just me waiting for them to jump at it. You like cars? I'm not against cars. I don't know. I'm not really a car guy. I'm slowly becoming a car connoisseur, though. I'm in the market for a car in the next couple months, so I'm trying to look around for like what I can get. But that's less interested. But that's a decision less about like what car I like and more what can I afford and what's available in my area. You know. Yeah, launching the next zip code there. What's your budget? Well, I don't know yet. I'm just trying to get my savings together. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to stack cash pretty fat. I'm getting like I said, like an 85% raise in the next like 40 days. So hopefully I can just complete that. Get that saved up, and then the next like month and a half, 2 months, just put everything together. I'm getting a $3,000 paycheck from Esports, and probably sometime by the end of the week. So I'm gonna put like 1,000, maybe 1,500 down into a savings account. Then past that, gonna try and just continue saving up once I get my raise, and hopefully that means I can just load up the down deposit. Because my biggest thing is not necessarily like affording the car on a base level, it's getting a down deposit high enough that my monthly payment isn't insane. Buy a BMW, Jake. Thank you for the 279 Canadian.
Buy a BMW.
I don't know if I'm gonna buy a Beamer. I want something a bit more reliable. Not to say that BMWs aren't, but I'd rather get something known for that, like a Toyota or a Honda, you know? Papa, stop having no fun. Boo, I know. But I mean, my budget is probably like $10,000 to $15,000, maybe 20K if my down deposit's high enough. At the end of the day, I'm not making like an insane amount of money, and even when I get my big raise, it's still gonna have to be like focused on making sure my savings is locked in. So 4 goals, oh my goodness, bang. So it's like my biggest thing is just making sure I'm not paying an insane amount, because my insurance is probably gonna be $60-ish a month, which is not that problem. But I also don't wanna be paying like $400 a month, you know? I wanna keep it somewhere like, hopefully like $250 to $300. But yeah, there's so many cars right now in my area, like from, if you guys know like Drive Time, where they're just like, oh, just pay this premium and you can get your car. And my friends have all bought from Drive Time. They've enjoyed that experience. So I was like, I'll consider it. I was looking through it or whatever. I know I sold my car to Carvana a while back. So I don't think I necessarily owe them business, but I'm like, they're another one I'm looking at. They have pretty decent prices, albeit maybe not the best selection. But at the same time, I'm like, it's also a decision I don't really want to rush. Oh, I keep forgetting, for doing this certain training for my job, they gave me a free camera. It's a factory sealed box. It's a security camera. It's like a $600 camera, and I'm like, I should sell that on eBay, and that's just more money to put to the down deposit, Keep forgetting to list that. You can get a reliable BMW for 20K. Yeah, I know. I've just never owned a BMW, and I don't really know how to trust those types of things. On top of the fact that I don't really need to pay for like some high-end luxury car, when I could probably just grab like a car that will, be super reliable. I'm someone who really doesn't need like a super ridiculous over-the-top car. I will say like the GR80, like a Toyota GR86 is like a car that if I started stacking cash from my sales gig, I would definitely be buying that in the future. But for right now, I'm like, I just want a car that is reliable, and not gonna be costing me, $500 a month. Depends on the needs and wants. Yep, that's kind of my vibe. Because ultimately, this is gonna be a car that I'm not necessarily gonna be pounding miles into, but for my job, if it's like a state away, they will usually ask me to fly there, but they occasionally will ask me, like if it's in Texas area stuff, like a couple hours away, they're gonna ask me to drive over there. So I get paid for the miles and whatever, and ultimately like that'll be helpful to kind of mitigate costs for gas and whatnot. But ultimately, like I don't want to buy, a super nice car and then just be pounding like 10, 15, 20K miles a year on it, What do you do? I'm an account executive. I work in physical and cybersecurity. So basically a reseller. We're the company that people contact if they need to upgrade their cameras or security system or, kind of like encryption across their network or whatever. And we work with a bunch of different like tech partners and sell their products for them. And I'm the guy who works kind of the southwest section of the company. Eventually, I'm still in my like kind of training area or training time. So I'm picking up all the skills, I'm getting my contacts together, and then in the coming weeks and months, they're gonna start introducing me to my future kind of clientele or the vendors that are gonna be interfacing with me. Oh, that was right at me. I thought it was gonna be a little lower. That was a good fake, you got all of us. Killing it. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, we got some nice earnings potential. Apparently I have pretty big clients coming through in Arizona in the next couple months. So they're trying to get me ready for that. I think next week, or rather tomorrow, I think we're doing a sales meeting where everyone's going over their business motivation model, which is basically our, quarter by quarter business plan for your area. And basically, I'm not responsible for making one, but after that meeting where everyone shows and walks everyone through their own, like all of our other account executives, I'm supposed to make one up, kind of like a draft one, and go through it with my boss. So that's exciting. Cringe. Do you bi-weekly one-on-one meetings? If not, I highly recommend asking to do that. He basically just says call him anytime. So whenever I have any question, I'm incentivized to like call him specifically and get it answered. And after every single call we take or meeting, he gives me a call or he sits down with like basically like does a post-mortem with me and then the other most junior account exec, who's like, he's kind of training me, but at the same time, he's still, in his first year of doing this. So basically, we kind of walk each other through, and he's like, "Hey," and our boss has like 3-4 decades of experience. He's a freaking guru. it was interesting seeing how all these dudes who are making like an insane amount of money in our business was at the conference, and like 90% of them, they were like, yeah, I got my start in my career because of your boss. So I was like, oh, dang. Congrats. Hello, Omer. What's the zip code for Plano? Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. Mine is, I don't want to dox that because I live in Plano. Four months too long, you threw my threes. Damn, crazy. How you doing, Coolio? How you been? Not been super well in the weeks leading up to... No, my boss is really helpful. He says I got a year of stupid questions. He's like, you can literally ask me about anything. I will have no judgment about literally anything you ask. He's like, after that, then I expect you to know your stuff. And I'm like, that's fair. Grab the cam. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow, Lamar edit. Wow. Wow, that is the worst touch I've ever seen, but I guess that's why you gotta be prepared. That's the worst possible bounce for what I was trying to read. Oh boy. Not sure what happened to my half flip, but okay. Goal? Ah, Betty! I gave you the open goal, he missed. Thank God. Okay. Any sales area boss, pivotal, good boss to make you successful and wealthy. I mean, I think I told you, String Daddy, my boss said, he's like, I'm your mentor. I'm supposed to help you out, get to your point in the career. He's like, I made a lot of money in my career. I'm kind of done with that. That's why I moved to kind of like more of a less sales role, more like a director role, so I can help you guys out and be like a mentor, because that's what I miss. And he's like, yeah, if you're not making at least 300K by your mid-30s, in the next like couple of years, he's like, I failed as your mentor. So like, that's your baseline that I want you to get to. And I'm like, oh, dang. So he seems to be pretty confident that he can get me there. And the more I talk to him, the more he kind of shows his expertise. It's really interesting to learn from a guru like that, you know? If I had a little bit more of a break on that, that would have been a crazy redirect. Wow, it's crazy that we're about to lose like that. Never mind. Wait, never mind. Almost cried. Okay. Oh. Didn't expect him to pass it right at me. I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna take it a little bit of run. All right, cleared it for me, that's fine. Master's profession, I mean, my boss has been like a VP or higher of like a bunch of different companies. He's got a lot of experience. It's funny to see how long he's been. We'll occasionally just be in like some big ass stadium or like some really secure building, and he's like, "Hey, I used to work for Panasonic." He's like, and fun fact, I actually installed that camera. And he points up. We're at Angel Stadium, and I saw the camera. Like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, that was like 15 years ago. They still haven't updated it. I guess they're happy with the features still. I gotta stop doing that. Challenging far to your current role. Honestly, just learning how to do the logistical aspects. I think actually talking to people and building rapport and learning how to like appeal to what customers need. I don't feel super weird about that. It's mostly just learning like all the random details about what we sell so that I know like in a conversation I can be technical and well versed without being like the guy who has to be like, oh, let me check on that for you. Actually, I don't know about that. Well, let me get back to you. Just constantly like not sure about stuff. So it's content mastery as well as just the logistical aspects of like, I mean, it sounds stupid, but like the paperwork. It's just like learning how to process an order, how to fulfill your invoices, how to make sure you quote correctly, how to use the CRM is kicking my ass right now, for sure. Like learning how to use that. Be bald next stream. Random user with a 499.99. What the heck? What's crazy is that random user now can be a mod. Oh my god, what the heck was that? Well, Chad, I mean, if I agreed to be bald, that would have been a crazy donation, but something to at least consider. Oh my lord, you gotta go bald. Maybe it was 5,000. I don't know if I can shave my head. What a way to lose! Wow. 499.99. Jesus H. Christie. Wow. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do 20. I'm so sorry, Random. Well, Random, out of honor, you are now a mod in the stream, because that is the sacred rule I passed down a while back, is if anyone ever donates $500 in one go, you can be a mod. If I donate $50, Shaq goes bald. Agreed. $500 for what, bro? Just for being a loyal viewer and he likes the stream, I guess. Thank you, Random. You gotta do it now. Hey, I didn't agree to that. I'm already bald? Yeah, but you could be even balder. I'm talking shaving your legs, shaving your arms. You gotta be smooth like a dolphin, Shaq. I donated 1K to get mod, you're getting a deal? Exactly. $25K points already. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's passing him today. How do you get a rainbow taco? It is a badge for how many months you're a member. So he's been a member at least 9 months. So that's why his is a rainbow. $314 a month will get you a brand new Nissan Versa. In or around Pano. Wait, $314 a month? What's the down on that though? $3K down? What's the month? What's the month on that? Is that estimating 72? Can I play with you? Hey, Colton. Unfortunately, I do not play with anybody I do not know. Universe is like 19K. $3K down for a brand new car. That was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. What's what? Sorry, how many months is that monthly payment based off of? Because I'm assuming, I feel like most of the time when they show you payment terms, it's assuming you're taking like a 72-month loan on that car payment. Nice. Yeah, the other thing I have to think about is like, because I've had some rough I've had to do some credit restructuring or debt restructuring, so my credit score is still recovering. So I don't really know what my car payments are gonna look like. That's why I'm trying to keep my payments a little low, so I'm not trying to go too high. 60 months, all right. $500, you can also buy a casual game. You can get multiple of those. Ah, sorry, turret. Needs to be 650, 700. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm still rebuilding. I think I'm just about 600. So yeah, I gotta slowly pay down all that restructuring. I've only got a couple more months until that's all settled though. Currently in the negotiation phase with like 1 or 2 credit cards. It's downside of Esports recession got me down bad. Don't have the ability to pay those down as fast as possible though. Oh, just buy a Lamborghini, surely it can't be that much. Casual, $7,000 a month payment. At least get a Maxima or SMT. Are those Nissans? 300K next year with the score matter anyway. I mean, true, but if I was making 300K next year, then I'm the greatest salesman alive. I told my boss that's the goal. I was like very blunt with him. I'm like, listen, when I took this job, I was not good financially. So like my motivation, yeah, is to make money, but it's like I want to do it the right way, and I want to make sure because the best way I can help the company is by helping myself and making sure that I am super trained up, super knowledgeable, all that stuff. So I'm like, I'm hungry, I'm ready to go. And he was like, all right, cool. And they seem super psyched about helping me out there. That's nice. How many monitors do you have? 7. What do you sell? Physical and cybersecurity. So access control, surveillance, like radar, LiDAR. I'm a huge fan of DOI lurking in the midfield with no boost and not challenging. What is the point? With a great sword for a nominal fee. Yeah, I tried to explain to my Uber driver back from the airport today, like what physical security is. He's like, oh, so you're like a bouncer? I'm like, oh, right. I have to probably explain that. Yeah, for physical security, I stand outside your business with a great sword, but for cybersecurity, it's the same thing, except it's a VR chat avatar with a great sword. He stole his double. Placement. Oh! What a brain flip by them. That's not good. Just kidding. He's cutting that hard right here. Having a great stream. Why isn't the shirt off? I didn't get to that yet. I also probably need to adjust the fan. It is really warm. No shirt or pants will help that though. Oops. Ah! Man. Correct. You as a bouncer would be so funny. What do you mean? I'm 6'10"? I'm 6'10", 350, all muscle. I don't know why you guys are acting like it would be a silly thing. Pants are coming off too. Yeah. We are nearly nude. Game in right now. No! It's crazy. What was it, 4,340? I'm not that slow. People always tell you to make money. Nobody tells you the real key is learning how to have money. Yeah, for me, I have been like subsistence living for probably 2.5 decades of my life. So I'm super excited to potentially live a life where I don't have to worry about savings. Honestly, people are like, yeah, aren't you excited if you're making money and you're gonna be able to have a dope car and a crazy house and and I'm like, honestly, dude, I could see myself being in this apartment or apartment complex for a long time, just racking up money. Like, I've never understood the logic of, oh, you got your pay raise and it doubles your income. Okay, well, time to buy a house or get rent that's twice as high as what I have because I can upscale. I'm like, no, I'm going to take all of that and just either invest that safely or just stack it into a money market account or something like that. What does your girlfriend say? She's down for like we move into a place, like she's down actually to move to this apartment complex. She would just want to upgrade to like a 2-bedroom. Just so there's actually a 2-bedroom with an attached office, so it's basically like a 2.5 bedroom, which is pretty cool. So she's like, yeah, that office will basically be your stream room, and then I could have my own office, and then or room, or maybe we could have like a shared office space or whatever, and then from there. The third one is the bedroom, like actual bedroom. So I'm like, huh. Just came home from work. Hey, Kulos, welcome back. How was work? Can I play twos with you, please? Hey, Crew Stores. Unfortunately, I do not play twos with people I do not know, but welcome into the stream. And if you come in during viewer game days, maybe you can play in a lobby. I'm a Vandy fan. A Vanderbilt fan? Vanderbilt good like at any sports? I always thought that was just like a good nerd college. Baseball? Also, is the MLB draft like a big deal? I feel like that's the one sport I never hear anything about the draft. Make it a budget, maybe you realize how terrible habits. Grabbing a Red Bull at the gas station, eating snack there adds up quick. Oh, no, 100%. That's why I will say, like, as much as I kind of sneer at some budgeting apps, stuff like Rocket Money is great at, like, pooling up what you spent. And when you have certain months where it's like, wait a minute, on Ubers and, like, little snacks and stuff, I spent $200, $300, $400 or whatever. Like, oh, my God. Because you don't think about it in the moment. Honestly, that app made me realize back in Chicago how depressed I was, because I was not cooking like at all because I just couldn't be bothered. I had so much Uber Eats one month where I made like a bunch of off Esports, so I didn't really notice it as much. But I think I spent like $400, $500 on Uber Eats, and I was like, damn, I did not realize I was that damaged on the day that I was like, yeah, it's fine, it's not a big deal. The NHL is the best for the draft? Or you just mean in terms of sports leagues? That's an insane pass. Oh. Honestly, I tried to get slightly out of the way so it was a little cleaner, but... Yeah, apparently the Dallas Stars are pretty good, and I realized their stadium, I think, is right next to my apartment. Like, it is incredibly close. I was driving to the store the other day in my girlfriend's car, and I saw the frickin' arena, and I Googled it. I'm like, wait a minute, what is that? And it was like Dallas Stars. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, so I gotta go. It's like, maybe not walking distance, but just past walking distance. I'm also really close to FC Dallas. I went to one of their games. When I'm stacking money, that's probably going to be one of my few luxury things. Get some season tickets to FC Dallas. I love the MLS again. I've been getting the soccer bug lately. Do you live in Texas? Yep. Nice. Could have been a better pass, but I was like, it works. Buy FC Dallas. What do you mean? Buy FC tickets? Yeah, 300K income will buy an MLS club. That'd be kind of dope. Honestly, I would change their logo. I'm not a huge fan of the bull. I'm also not a fan of any club that just says red, white, and blue for their colors. Like, change it up. Get interesting. I also don't know the Texan, or like if Dallas has a flag or anything like that. I know Chicago has a flag. That's why I like the Chicago Fire stuff, because it's based off the colors of Chicago. Naming yourself after the biggest tragedy in your city's history is pretty freaking crazy, though. I'm not gonna lie. Build a women's team in Texas? I think. Actually, I don't know. Women's League for Soccer is like super small, though. Or like Women's League for Soccer in the US is like incredibly small, though. Honk. He's about to lose his life. Yep. Gotta go clean up the apartment. See ya. See ya, String Daddy. That was not the cut I wanted. My bad. Fastest rising esports economy. Wait, what? One thing I would like to do, though, if I had a bunch of cash just on hand, I was like stacking it, is get some events going. I've always wanted to run some like more tournaments and stuff on my channel. I always love doing those, and I always got good reception from them. Like all the players are like, "Hey, thanks for hosting. It was a lot of fun." Blah blah blah. Back in the day when I used to be decently high, I would be like, put up like 500 bucks, 1,000 bucks, something like that. And I got a decent number of connections with sponsors and orgs. I'm sure I could put together something really cool. That's pain. RLCS LAN winning team music? Yeah. Nice. Fast rising sports economy is women's soccer. Is it? I feel like growing up, I just didn't really see much buzz around it. We had and plus my team that played in Rochester was the Western New York Flash. They had Marta and Abby Wambach and someone else. And I was like, those are basically two of the greatest players to ever play women's soccer, so on the same team, and we still couldn't fill out a stadium, so I was like, damn. Then again, that was a many years ago. Marta's still playing? Yeah, probably. She was a bit younger. I know Wambach is retired and all that. Imagine if we lost off that. Well, I'm glad that women's soccer is getting more attention. Soccer in the U.S. needs way more attention. The U.S. national team is so down in the dumps right now. Also, Christian Pulisic is making so much money right now that literally he gets called for the national team. He's like, I'm not getting injured playing for the national team. Boo. Dude, we're playing like teams like frickin' Switzerland and getting absolutely destroyed by them. Like, the quality of our national team is so up and down. Even though we're sending more and more players that are playing overseas than like ever before, we're still getting absolutely owned. Which, as a guy growing up and played only soccer his whole life, throughout high school and college, I don't think I have to tell anyone who's a little bit older in the chat like how painful it is that the only sport the US is not super competitive in is soccer. So Switzerland ain't bad. Well, yeah, but it's not like we're playing like, I can understand we're playing like France or something, or Argentina, but like, if we're not barely even able to touch Switzerland, roster's just not that good. But Pulisic not playing is definitely, like, I understand why, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, that was a decent rescue of the. Oh! Oh, yeah, instant flip that. I don't know how I did that. Nice. Just joined W Random. Also, why you have no shirt? Oh, so if Jamaican Coconut has no shirt, it's fine. It's because he's jacked and sexy? Yeah, I bet it is. What? Who said that? Yeah, if I get past $50, it's no shirt, and we get past 100, it's no pants. So we're just rocking in our undies right now. We're also still second place in hockey, probably second in baseball too. Hockey? I didn't know that. Second in baseball is pretty sad though. That's our pastime, but that's how England, I guess, used to feel. They're not number 2 in the world though. Honestly, another country that's kind of, maybe not had like a fall off necessarily, they're just not nearly as good as probably should be, is Brazil. That country has just not ever really reached that realm of when they had that hyper stacked roster of like Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos, like those early 2000s years, those teams were freaking disgusting. Life when you have Coconut and Taco game in your life. Silent Gamer, thank you for the 15 months remembering. Great to see the physique. Ugh. He says flexing off camera. Don't worry, the muscles are huge. He's buff though. Yeah, we don't work out as much as him. He's got a W work ethic. I'm really proud of his growth. He's hitting his goals on like absolutely everything. I think he just hit like 100K on Instagram too. Just made a post about it. Man. Yeah, we're back to our dieting and health arc. We'll be losing the weight, bulking a little bit in the future. Oh. Oh, I didn't even think about that roll. Luckily off target. Nice. These are the trap game. Trapezius, if you will. What's that Pokemon that's a dinosaur made of leaves? Tropius. I got it. I saw Trapezius. I'm like, isn't that name? Hey, Zachary Mead. W fake. Why are there so many college PFP? I don't know. You guys are not making it easy for me to resist buying college football 27 or 26. Although I have seen a lot of bugs. Taco Psycho for $100. Okay, sure. $100. Pay me $100 and I'll Psycho for you right now. Guaranteed. Giving away a lot of goofy ones. Hey, Oski. That's a rough one. Turret actually had the clear, but Kaz just was chilling. Feel like I might get scammed? Nah, trust cult. I hit those all the time in free play. You just have never been there for it. Definitely hit them all the time. Oh. Yellow. Oh. Didn't quite get that read. Man, I saw a turret go for that, and I was like, I'm not really sure how to chow that. They'll go spending all that money. I mean, well, that $500 donation, I don't get that until the end of next month. Oh, oh, what a passing play! Wow, that was really clean. Ding, ding, ding. Perfect. Reported for abuse. That was pretty clean, the 1-2-1-2. I gotta say, guys, the passing plays are always just so satisfying to hit with a teammate, especially if it's a random. People only say, because they can't win for poop when it's play now online. Yeah, I mean, I don't play online, so that's the thing, but like I will say there has been a couple clips where I'm just like, I don't know, they just released an update, I think, today? Question mark, TB? I don't know if you've downloaded it or if you've played today. Or at least I know someone released a patch notes, which usually means it's either scheduled to happen or it already has, but yeah. Hit a musty? Dude, hold on. Also, if you check my most recent frickin' short, you've already seen I've hit a flip reset musty. Hit it the other day. Just haven't had a setup today. IFCFP 26, it's goated. Do recommend? Honestly, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to hope they fix the difficulty. Because for me, I don't play a lot of football games anymore, so a lot has changed, I'm sure. The last time I played a Madden legitimately was before 20, I think. But, yeah, the lowest level, the recruit difficulty or whatever, is like almost insultingly easy. Like all the players in the opponent team have like 30 speed. So the moment you touch the ball, as a running back, like a hole just in the O line and or the D line and secondary just goes. It's like an insta touchdown. It's basically a touchdown every 3 plays or something. Like drives are super boring, defense is really boring, and so I was like, okay, let's go up to varsity. And all of a sudden, my O line blocks like for about a second before completely letting through. On like running plays, people run right by their assignments. I'm just like, I don't like. Why does the game nerf you so hard and make the CPU suddenly like the goats? It'd be one thing if I was playing like Alabama or like Georgia or something, but no, it's like you're playing against like FIU or something, and then suddenly you're playing the greatest collegiate football team to ever touch the sticks. And I'm like, why is the second highest difficulty infinitely harder than any difficulty I've ever played in any sports game? Like, granted, I'm never really using a really good roster. I like to do rebuilds of like getting like a 2-star program and playing them, but I don't know, man. There's got to be a middle ground. There should be like a sophomore difficulty. FIU slang. Well, I'm just saying FIU isn't like, you know, ridiculous high-end college. South Suburban Esports. Oh. If you live in a rural area, get the frick out of here. YouTube chat was thirsty today. They were thirsty today, dude. We're shirtless and pantsless. Oh. It's a me. Hey, shoot. Basketball comes out. 2K when college basketball comes out. Well, did you guys see that 2K was also putting out a basketball thing, but it turns out it's not a game. It's a DLC for NBA 2K. I'm like, dude, what an insult to everybody. Hey, pay us like probably like a hefty chunk for a DLC where you only can play as like 15 different teams. Like, dude, come on. Bang, nice. Expect nothing less from EA. No, that was from 2K. What program are you rebuilding in CFP 26 right now? I have not played yet. I'm still considering if I want to buy 26. For me, it's just like I'm a single player guy. I like to play the Dynasty and Road to Glory stuff, but I also notice like the difficulty is just so weird. I always hate it. Like dealing with like I told you, like the recruit difficulty. Uh-oh. Got an AFK, buddy. Yeah, dealing with like the recruit difficulty is like way too easy, but then the varsity is like I swear every single time I've tried to play on varsity, your O-line will block for about 1 second. Like literally it's like one Mississippi and then you're sacked. I've never played a more difficult football game in my life. I'm like, I literally had to check at one point, like, is this Heisman? Like, is this like the highest difficulty? And no, it's the second highest. I'm like, I don't even understand what that even looks like. And then I watch people playing Heisman and they're actually able to like have time. And I'm like, what's going on? Are they just like, are they doing like the actual like, oh, hold LT and like press the right stick or left stick and certain thing to make sure you set up your O-line for, you know, pocket protection or versus like right side run protection or what, like, I don't know. It's just kind of, it's frustrating because the game's not fun where it's like, I wouldn't mind if I lose. Like, I'm not someone who's like, yeah, I need to win every game. But it's like, if I'm playing a team and I can barely even get a first down, meanwhile, they score on every single, oh my God! It's like, it's just not fun. Jesus Christ, what a goal by Turret. Boop. That's a light touch, holy. Yeah, it's just like recruit is like, you're gonna end every game 84-0. And then varsity is like, you're gonna lose by like 3 scores. And it's just like, I don't really understand how there's no difficulty in between. So therefore, I have been looking up like different sliders. I'm gonna give it a try on 25 and see if that works. Because it does genuinely feel like after you get past recruit, your O-line just isn't on the field at a certain point. They're just quit. I do think recruiting has gotten a weird uptick in 26. I don't know if you guys know Bordeaux. I guess he's a CFB content creator. He apparently was doing a rebuild, I think with FIU, and after his first season, 51 players left via the transfer portal. And he's just like, what the frick is this? He's like, I have to replace my entire roster. He's like, we didn't even have a bad season. It was literally like, we were like pretty good. And then suddenly like my entire team is like, yeah, nah, I'm out of here. Peace. Comps is geography based again. That is a cool thing. Yeah, it is always weird when it's like the Atlantic Coast Conference and it's like a team that's like in the middle of the country in like Kansas or whatever. And you're like, huh? I don't know if that's accurate, but that's how it feels. There's a lot of like random schools just kind of thrown in there. Some school just got a 500K fine for trying to avoid playing another actually high-level team because they want to keep their bowl game chances alive. I don't remember who it was. They dodged UVA. Arkansas? I don't remember. How I look at my map for Oregon to the ACC. It's like I watch people really good at RTS game and make the highest level AI look like child's play. Well, I mean, I kind of get that stuff, but for me, I'm just like, I genuinely don't understand like how there's no like that no one noticed that in QA testing. How like I'm using like a 2-star program or something and I'm playing against a 2-star program and suddenly the receivers literally don't drop anything. Their quarterback was 34 for 36. My O-line doesn't block. My receivers are dropping a ball if they get touched within a full second and a half of catching it. I'm just like, genuinely, like, what did they do? Like, this is such a weird uptick. And again, I don't mind the challenge. I just don't get why, as someone who's trying to get back into the game, the lowest difficulty is like literally like a tutorial mode, like super, like insultingly easy. And then literally anything after that is like, this is a hellscape. I think one thing that people should take from 2K that I don't think people remember, in NFL 2K5, there was a really cool mode where it's like play the legendary moments. So there was like this situation where it's like the Eagles 4th and 26 conversion. You go back and actually play out that scenario, or like, hey, Collegiate CCS, thank you for the raid. How was streamed? Congrats to Akron and Syracuse. Saw that they locked up a championship bid. Also, shout out to the Zips Barstool for supporting the esports team on their Twitter. Yep. If we get past $100 in donations, you get a shirtless taco, and we have 500 today, so. $2K always had a unique approach to a lot of their games. If you guys have never played All-Star Football 2K8, which is like 2K's attempt to make a football game without encroaching on EA's copyright of the NFL, legitimately insanely good game. Fun little system, completely undid all stats. So there's no like 0 to 99. It's literally all based on perks that a player has. Really fun system. $2K5 is good today, Lawler. $2K5 is definitely up there with one of my favorite football games. I will say first-person mode is experimental and was not fun to play on a small TV. I don't even think it would be fun to play on a larger TV, but the fact they tried it, you know, I don't mind it. With Owens on the cover? Yep. All-Star Football 2K was pretty cool. It was basically like a fictional league in which all of the NFL's most legendary players are all in their prime and all playing in like a fictional league with made up teams and whatever. And it was really, really cool because you could be playing like, you could also create your own players with their own perks and whatever, but it was a lot of fun. Like you have like Earl Campbell with like perks like Workhorse, like the more carries you give him, the better he gets. There's also like Battering Ram, where it's like his shoulder charge is really good, or like as in trucking through a defender is really good, or Arm of Steel, where your stiff arm's really good, like Walter Payton. Jay Cuban, thank you for $4.99 on the super chat.
Remember me? I unfortunately quit Rocket League, but I'm still here.
Quit Rocket League. Sad. Well, understandable. Also, how you doing, Lawler? How's your ceiling coming along? Just realized I could just get up to that one. Oh. Yeah, my bad. I honestly didn't think you could touch that. Hopefully exist again by Friday, so that's neat. Let's go! Having a ceiling. Things we like to see. Hey, X-Men 44. You hopefully also see the good run by the boys. Lawler's new roster that you're helping. I guess you'd call it a manage. Are you coaching too, or are you just managing? Bro, I knew it. I was about to say, I'm like, that's got to be spawning soon, and it did. Man. Teammate was going for a completely different read than I thought he was. My bad. We're just gonna hit that light because Curry has the read, but I didn't want him to have like a very easy one off the ceiling. If you want to watch from our hands, okay, good. I will watch that. Okay. Switch to the boys who lost, waited for college basketball video games to return. Honestly, I kind of like the idea from EA to split the teams around, because I think it'd be very easy just to give the Madden team like Madden and then try to like just hire more people and they could do the college thing. I kind of like how there's 2 different teams because it forces them to innovate against each other. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but it's definitely a cool system to see in place. Let's see the gym pump. Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. Coach? Okay, and manage. All right. I'm learning. Terrible first touch. God damn it, egoist. Trying to pass back to him. If he output that on target, I wouldn't have been angry, to be honest. Oh no. Nice flick. Oh my god, turret. No boost? The goat? Aw. Okay. You had to play Rocket again. What video game would you play? Playing a lot of RPGs lately. Been really enjoying Ghost of Tsushima, and they just announced the sequel coming out. Man, that's crazy. What are the odds? Ooh. Should have gone to the corner. I should have known that third was going to commit on that hard. It's also the problem of playing this low ranks because everyone's playing a little bit slower. So every time I go for a read, sometimes there's a double commit because our third's like, what the heck, I had it. And I'm like, buddy, you were taking so long to go for it. Like, I just don't know if you're going to actually chow or not. Think I'm going insane? Maybe. How do you like the boost? It doesn't sound good. That's the one thing I'm a little beef on. Like, I'm streaming, so I'm listening to myself talk and also music, so I can't really hear the boost that well. But every time I hear it through that, I'm like, I gotta go talk about. I highly recommend getting CFB.
But I do highly recommend getting CFB 26.
Thank you so much for the donation. Up our dono goal again. What the heck, dude? Oh, Preston, your name is a different color than it normally is. That really confused me. I was like, what do you guys mean, Preston? Hey, solution. Oh. Was it a different color? I don't know. It's just normally red, and right now it's blue. I don't really know what happened. YouTube doesn't normally change that, so I'm pretty confused as well. Oh. Probably could have seen that fake coming, but still didn't. Cut that hard? Yep. Sure. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of assumed our goalie had that. I did not realize our positioning was like that. Yike. Hey, Mr. Yushi. How you doing, JWH? I'm doing well. Just trying to get our MMR back. Off a ground, I was gonna say ground double, but that a little late. Wow, a lot of faith in Illusion there, but also great redirect. Are you actually gonna shave your head off? But no, just because someone donated and say shave your head doesn't mean I have to do it. If I agreed, like, oh, if you guys donate $500, I'm gonna shave my head, like, that means, yeah, okay, I'd pretty be obligated, but I didn't do that. They're using me? Who's there? The government? How much MMR? We're pretty low. My twos is pretty high still. We're almost 1,800 back, getting back to SSL potentially, but threes is very low. We've had a lot of days of solo queuing that have just been very stupid. So eventually we're just getting back to GC3, but right now we gotta slog through GC2. And apparently playing Illusion. Not really sure why he's doing down here, but. Sure. Got any tips? My one ranks is hella higher than my twos. I don't know how to win in twos. I'm a Crepton better than anyone else in there. Twos is about just making sure you cover your options and rotate directly down middle instead of rotating too wide. I think a lot of people play threes too much, rotate really wide, because that's kind of how you have to be. But in twos, it's a lot more direct. Because all you're doing is just exchanging plays with your teammate and ideally buying time for them. Like if you're in a 2v1, your job isn't really to make the save. It's more to just buy time for your teammate to get back. So I feel like if you're trying to play twos, it's more about just playing your position well, managing your boost. Make sure you're padding. Honestly, padding well is like the most... I remember a while back when I was a commentator for OG Esports, when they had Noli, Com, and JNaps. And I was asking all the players what's the most... there was a Q&A in the Discord that I was hosting. And one person was like, what's the most underrated skill you think in Rocket League to improve? And Noli said, honestly, the biggest thing that made me like literally 10 times better is just practicing padding. He's like, when you always have like 30, 40 boost, it's incredible how much you can do on the game. So he's like, yeah, that was the one thing I remember. He was like, Eversax was working with me when I was on Carmine Corps, and he literally just started yelling at me like, you're not padding well, you're not padding well. And he literally made me just sit down in free play and just grind picking up boost pads, nothing else. And he's like, whenever you're just bored or you're kind of burnt out, just do that over and over. And eventually you're gonna get to a point where it'll just be second nature. And he's like, it did, and legitimately overnight. Like, well, literally overnight, because it was like, but like, yeah, in the like week and a half I was working on it, 2 weeks, it just got so ingrained due to like my additional like just game knowledge. And yeah, we literally were just starting to clap people in twos a bit more. I felt a lot more involved in threes. So he's like, yeah, that's the one thing I think everyone should work on, no matter where your rank is. And I agree with him. Definitely something that helps you out in twos a lot when you don't have to keep leaving the play over and over. I don't know why I chased that. I knew he was going to beat me there. Bold. Nice. Oh, he backflipped! Oh my god. Guess who I ran into? A Cozy Stream Taco? Legend? Path through mid on small plats and save time. Best two ways to take that step. Yep. I could in a 1v1. Yeah, but that's the thing is like, it doesn't matter if you're better than everyone else in a rank. You have to play the rank. Like the one thing that I think, people say it's cope, but I think it's a great mental to have. When you're playing ones or when you're playing twos, even if I know I played these guys in threes and I beat their ass, they can definitely beat my ass in twos and ones because they are better at twos and ones. Doesn't mean they're a better player, but they can better twos and ones. You have to be humble about, there's different skill sets, approaches, and mentalities you have to have for each game mode. So just because you're like, well, I'm really good at twos, but I can't beat them in ones or whatever, or I can't beat these guys in twos even though I know I'm better. I'm like, well, yeah, but they might just be better at the game mode than you. They know how to position better. They manage their boost better. They play off their teammates better, like, etc. You know? Ooh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, that's a taco turret special. Not the psycho into the double. That was a horrible double, but still. What do you analyze? Your mom. Damn crazy. What? Fusion ran out of his flip, I think. I was about to say, like, wow, he's really missed that aerial, and then I get slapped. I was like, all right. It was insane. Oh, did I guess right? I don't know how Cozy has the patience to deal with Legend, unless he acts completely different there. 512? Dude, random user wandering literally just came in and just dropped 499.99. Like, just in one go. We had he tells us what the players are doing in the bathroom. What the? Noise. Oh! No, I think Legend is like unbanned in Cozy's chat. That's the thing. Last SSN, I was GC and I'm hardly stuck there, and I can't win in C2 lobbies. Well, I mean, that's just how it works, Yoshi. Too many people in stream to recognize trolls such as Legend. That's true. His chat does move. I mean, his average viewership lately is like 250, 300, so it's like, yeah, I can't imagine his chat's easy to keep up with. I'm so glad Cozy's been popping off. He's a good dude. Ooh. Well, the funny thing is, like, Legend isn't even a troll. He's just, like, an annoying child. Like, it's a different thing, you know? It's like, if an adult was acting like that, it'd be a troll. But because he's just acting, it's like you're a child that just doesn't know how to operate in social places. Or social spaces, rather. Oh, that was a little farther than I thought. My bad. It's okay, teammate. You block that. What do you mean that's how it works? It shouldn't be? Well, it is. If you're a GC, it doesn't mean you're guaranteed to be a GC. You always get D-ranked a little bit in chat. Or you always get a D-ranked a little bit. Like, for example, if you finish above 1756 or 1800, I think, in GCs at the end of the season, you get D-ranked to 1660, which is not GC3, you know? So yeah, you're gonna have to win your way up again. But also, if you're good enough to be a GC, you'll be able to get out of C2. And if you're stuck in C2, then guess what? You're not playing well enough to be a GC. Like, yeah, I know it's frustrating, and I'm going through a similar thing of, like, being stuck sometimes in solo queue, and it's tough, but ultimately, like, if you're good enough, you'll get back up. Zara slacking? Who the heck is that? Did Turret donk him? Let's go through a hard time. Maybe someone stole his Play-Doh. I remember middle school too. It was a tough time. Favorite college? Legally not allowed to answer. Yeah, I mean, Cozy's definitely a good guy to ask. He's mechanical as hell, so I'm sure people want to know. JG! Thank you for the 2.
What is up, Taco Man? Who's the man? You're the man.
I'm trying to be the man. Or at least a man, you know? I sold that stream for 4.5 hours. Damn. That's a full-time job in itself. In case Cozy's making $400,000 a year off his YouTube channel, he should be paying you, you know? I can't 1v2 the lobby, though. My teammate don't do anything. You don't have to do everything. You just have to keep pressure. Play patient. You don't have to score 17 goals a game to carry a 2's lobby. Like, if your teammate's playing poorly, the last thing you want to do is take a bunch of risks and go for the crazy reads. Just put pressure on the other team. That's literally all I do in 2's when I'm, like, trying to rank up and I know my teammate's going to be a little awkward. Just play a bit more conservatively and then, you know, take your moment with high percentage shots. I guarantee you're definitely, like Veggie saying, you're trying to do too much. Like you're going for some crazy double tap or air dribble or a really hard angle that is definitely not super scoreable or high percentage, but you're like, nah, if only I can read that, it'd be a goal. It's like, well, yeah, but you're not going to read it. Almost pogo attempt. I'm just doing a light touch there. I should have that. I was like, I'm literally just waiting for that one guy to chow. Sorry. I mean, if I was making way more money, I would definitely want to pay my mods. But that's also why I tell them, like, they don't have to be in stream. Like, if they have got stuff to do, I'm not going to be pissed. Like, dude, what the heck? You weren't in stream. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't have a stream schedule. They got lives. They got free will. Like, whatever. But yeah, if I was, like, you know, making a significant chunk of money, I don't understand why all big streamers don't do that. I would gladly, if I was one of those guys making, like, $300,000 a year, I would definitely be like, hey, mods, I'll pay you, like, 10, 20K a year. Because that's just worth it for like a stream that good. Just be a full-time mod, give you hours when I'm streaming, just be there. I think that'd be worth it. Especially if I stream like after their work hours, you know? There you go for stupid stuff. Psst. Of course they are. It's C2. But you gotta stop thinking that everyone's gonna be at GC and because you're almost hitting another one. Oof, did not realize that would be driving straight at my forehead right there. Oh, what a cut. Zuzu, hello. Hey, Mr. Yoshi, let's not use that last word that you used. I'm always in a 1v2. Mr. Yoshi, this is the biggest cope mentality, and once you ditch that and just focus on less on winning and focus on improving yourself and improving your decision making, the game is going to be a lot easier, and also you're going to get way less tilted. But the fact you're just throwing up your hands and be like, well, there's nothing I can do, everyone's bad, then you're never going to rank up, straight up. Like, you could always do something better, and also you don't have to play hyper aggressive and carry the lobby. You literally just have to, you know, be someone that's just solid and dependable, and wins will come, even with bad teammates. You gonna be on for a bit? I'll be on for a bit. If I had a mod of stream with 300K payment would feel nice to my moderator. Well, that's what I'm saying. I know other streamers have done something that's pretty cool occasionally. And I was thinking of maybe setting up a system like this where it's basically like set up a day where it's like mod appreciation day, or I think it's called Modmas. My buddy McLando does it, where basically it's a whole day he announces in his Discord like a week in advance, and it's like all donations, he sets up like a PayPal link. It's like all donations go directly to mods, and basically the mods can opt in and out of getting some of the donations. So it's like if some mods are like, you know, they're well off and they're like, nah, I don't need anything, it's good, blah, blah, blah. But other mods are like, you know, a little, don't have really the budget, maybe they're younger, you know, poorer or whatever, then they can opt in. And it was like a kind of a cool way for like community to give back to mods and whatever. It's cool. All you gotta do to hit the SL is to be in a Merc. Pale Rider, is that you? The R1, Yoshi. I didn't even see S, personally, but... Hardest growing teammate is sniffing me and doesn't give me the space? Yeah, I mean, that's just how it's gonna work. I think you just got to accept that at a certain point you're gonna just be dealing with bad players for a while. So you just can only control what you can control, you know. Bang off ceiling. Bang. Ah! Just holding it up. Never mind. He also went for it and missed. Oh, I don't know. So I gotta ricochet that up. No, that was my psycho. If I lead back a little further. Man, could have earned that $100 from Colt. My foot just went numb. It's probably because you're C2. Oof. If I pre-jumped that earlier, I would have great pass. No, dude, just robbing me of stats. That would have given me an assist. Would have given me something. Wait. No! He's stealing everything from me. What the heck? Wait. Welcome back, TV. Oh, that team had a diamond on it. Holy crap. A little bit sad. Got a dip for Belby back. Still here. Oh, I don't know if I got you there, but see you, birdie. Not really C2 though. Until you're not in C2 and you're stuck in C2, you're functionally a C2. It's the reason why when people are like, hey, are you an SSL? I say not right now, because functionally until I get back to SSL, I'm not an SSL. I've been SSL many seasons, but if I'm not there right now, then I can't really say I'm an SSL. But you just gotta accept the fact that, you know, you're struggling a bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you gotta actually just lock in, you know? Widow. That's just in. Oh. Team is just struggling. All right, Yoshi, I'm just gonna ask you to move on to a new topic. This is just you running around in circles. I think you're just waiting for us to be like, you know what, you're right. Yeah, teammates are horrible. You're actually the goatest player I've ever met. In fact, I'd like to take you on my people because I could see you go in RLCS one day. I feel like you're just waiting for us to say that, and I'm not gonna give you that, so not really in the mood to listen to you cope for the next 45 minutes. It'll be okay, buddy, don't worry. Just one of the issues we all deal with from time to time. Oh, I was playing 50. What the? Sure. So on a scale of 1 to that boost really should have spawned. Hey, cheese. The gold crush boost. I'm using it right now. Not bad. The sound is lacking. I think the aesthetics of it aren't bad. It needs to be a little thinner. It's a little chonky for me. Oh my god, that was almost actual getting adopted moment. Nice child turret. Nice little 1-2-1-2. Yeah, geez, the $500 dono was actually crazy. Oh! Yeah, there you go. Oh, somebody turn around, I can bump him. Didn't quite work out that way. Just getting that little tap. That works. All right, should be handleable. Boosts don't look and feel that bad. I mean, it's fine. It's just I just wish it was a little bit large. Oh my God, stab! That was a good follow up. I didn't think you'd screw up the first one though. Oh, not Robin, not fast airling. That's not a good sign. Buddy, it did the flattest first jump I've ever seen. Might have to catch that or not. Robin, 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 Robin. Coward! Bro's got no vision. Hey, William. In my opinion, if Rocket League makes it thinner, it'll be better, as in the Gold Crush boost. Yeah, I agree. It's like, it'd be a little bit better. I think the sound is also really lacking. Alpha Boost is so iconic and it sounds great. Whereas this one feels a little... It's like, it feels very gargly, and I don't know how I feel about that. Granted, it's also just like the exposure we've had to Alpha Boost. Naturally, it's gonna sound good and familiar, whereas the new boost is just gonna be like, ugh. Damn, that's crazy. What are you about to get pre-jumped? Surely we don't lose at 0 seconds, right? That was really scary. I was like, I have to jump for this immediately, but I also don't know how that's gonna bounce. Robin, I don't know what you're doing there. If that happens, if you're going that shallow, that's actually why low-key, like, when you guys learn how to double tap, it's actually a really important skill to learn defensively. Because on that play, Robin had the ball going this way, but instead of just like tapping it lightly, because if you just tap it like, I don't know how to demonstrate this necessarily, but like if you're going for the ball like this in the sidewall, if you just tap it slightly, you can keep it close, or if you just hit it directed sidewall and double it, that's way better than just lobbing it right to the only guy waiting for it. Because if you notice the opponent's waiting on the sidewall, last thing you want to do is like, but what if I hit it right at him? Like, you know, like that's just not going to work. And so on that last one, he kind of, oh, I don't know what happened to my flip there. Just kind of like a weird decision to make, to assume like, oh, it's fine, I can just aerial it at. Like people forget, like sometimes going slow is actually the optimal strategy. So you don't want to just rush every touch as fast as possible. What? That's not a demo? Why are you jumping at all? Oof, that's a bot move right there. So again, this is just decision making. He has 100 boost. Little Biscuit is touching this one. He has all day to react to that. He knows it's going to be a light redirect. You cannot redirect that with power, and he pre-jumps it. I don't know, like, what are you doing there? What are we doing there, teammate? Works. I'm gonna head out for a bit. See you, Preston. Yeah, I know Ozus had that one, so. I bonked him, Fright. I'm assuming his name is Fright, but I'm just reading as Freight. Dude, I cannot demo this guy. I don't know why. He's a slippery salamander. Nice, perfect passing play, teammate. That's all I want out of our thirds. Like, if you see me lingering upfield, just lob it. Especially if everyone's in the midfield. And then Turret knew I might not be able to score that, but if I put it across the goal, it's gonna be wide open. Love that stuff. And that stuff really only works when you're dealing with, and also I went for the demo there because I wasn't able to get the ball, but I know the third guy was probably gonna be the guy who's touching that, so if I take him out, then good. Oh. Get recovery, it's fine. I can probably 50 that? No. Not the best recovery. It's fine, take our time. Zap, what did you just put in my chat? My PG chat for YouTube. Why would you put that in chat? Like, you didn't even, you said quote. Quote what? Sounds like a subreddit. Ugh, missed my mid boost. I didn't even hear him. What the heck? Okay, the pre-flip, love it. Ooh, Frank, where were you going? What? That ball was rolling, and I think he expected like a crazy different bounce or something. I don't even know, but that was funny as hell. Right, you're scaring me, buddy. You are. Ooh, you're scaring me. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him have that. My teammate's definitely chasing that one. Yes, he is. Okay. Shot! Probably could have put that up the side wall or back wall, but I didn't want to risk. Speaking of risk, I was like I'm gonna be a little late to that. Good thing I redirected that with power. I'm just gonna play backward. Ah, man, I don't want to hit it immediately, but I don't want to get dunked on the inside. So I was like, I wanted to catch that, potentially flick that middle on the counter, but didn't quite work. We can bail on that. Ah, I was gonna say we can bail on that and get the boost, but guess not. Oh, I was just going for the redirect. Let's get pass. That was also a good demo by them, recognizing I was kind of waiting too long. Right, all you gotta do is not lose that 50. Nice, okay. Oh, nice cut. I didn't think he'd go for that. Oh, I hate that. Not sure if anyone saw that. It was kind of annoying. We bumped the last guy, and he still was able to recover and get the clear on the last guy. Also, hopefully just didn't have that clean read. Freight wide, you jump. Nice. Not the best touch, but it worked. I was like, the thing is, like, on plays like that, 90% of the time, players are going to go to the goal. So I was like, if I hit it off the corner, it's going to put it just far enough off the back wall that the guy on the back wall is probably going to screw it up. And that's exactly what happened. But I was like, the only risky part of that is like if I hit it to that corner and I know Turret's cheating up waiting for that pass and I under hit it, or more importantly, if I hit it kind of too lightly on the corner so that the guy can recover and get a deflection, then it's going to probably be a 2v1. I was just trying to avoid that. So I don't know why, but my freaking YouTube uses a lot of memory on the browser. So like every like 20 minutes, my browser will just go white. Hell yeah, chat. We got paid our work paycheck, and then we just got paid for our voiceover work. Bro just sent me that. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He's like, because apparently I submitted my invoice and he just did not see it. He's like, I'm so sorry. My bad, my bad. And just dropped it. Good dudes. Thanks for just finally hit Diamond 3. Let's go, Lils. That's what it's about. Oh, landed in the goal. Sad. Good challenge, right? I didn't get to touch that at all. Crazy. Buddy, hop off of my penis. Hop off! Nice. Oh, Turret's about to clip on these guys. And I would go for that if I had literally any of the pads. That was a bad group. Can you do a 360 no scope? Of course. I usually do a tomahawk ladder stall into a 360, but yeah, I guess I can do a regular 360. Martinez hit a whatever. What's Martinez? Is that the YouTuber? How's our all been today? There you go, we're playing with Turret. Took a couple days off and we're feeling refreshed. Game feels really clean today. Right, jump once, and you jump too early. Sad. That's why I don't like rotating directly into the goal personally. Because moments like that just kind of screw you over. How's the job been? Good. We just traveled to LA for a couple days. The hotel we chose apparently, since the last time my boss was there, apparently downgraded a lot. I woke up to a massive fucking cockroach in the bathroom. That was not a fun thing to look down in the toilet and notice it was crawling next to my leg. But I had no time getting that shit out. Let me just, I didn't have a hard time there. But other than that, hotel was fine. Really, right next to a lot of restaurants, which is really cool because I have a per diem, so. But conference went well. I was the photographer, so I got to work on my photography skills, my Lightroom editing, which is nice. Man, we're kind of getting farmed by randoms. Is this the team we like literally just beat? Oof, what a pre-jump. Hi, Scar. Hey, Scar. Cast CRL. CRL more recently. Although we might have some LCQ casting opportunities coming up, which is cool. Almost 6 years, damn. Hi, Ben Scar. You're Scar VFX, right? I think that was your original username, if memory serves. Dude, these guys literally just became Prime KC. These guys literally became Prime KC in one game. That's kind of crazy. We just got farmed by these guys. Just got a new whip. Hey, what'd you get? You have a good memory, holy crap. I mean, I'm pretty good with people who've been here routinely. It always makes me laugh when some people pop into stream and they're like, yo, bro, do you remember me? And I'm like, no, what's up? And they're just like, you don't? I was in stream, like a bunch. And I'm like, when? They're like, I chatted once 7 months ago. What the hell? I'm like, yeah, sorry, there's no way I'm gonna remember that. They're like, low-key kind of shitty streamer. And it's like, okay, my bad. Yeah, I should really remember you. Can't believe I don't remember every single person who's ever sent a chat. By the way, leave me alone. Data Talk is a great name. Thank you. 2025 Hyundai Elantra. Nice. I'm a fan of Hyundai. My first car was a 2013 Hyundai Accent. Loved it. Loved that car. Every time I take it in for inspection, they're like, damn, this car's flawless. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Didn't put too many miles on it, though. I think I had for about a year and a half. Put like 8,000 on it. I guess it depends on what a lot of miles is for you guys. You have 180 miles. Damn, so it's like right off the lot, basically. Well, congrats on that. I'm in the market for a car, actually, right now. So we'll see what I end up getting. Arrow left or arrow right? I'm an arrow left 99% of the time. Ooh, didn't expect him to throw it. Thought he'd catch that. I was like split between trying to ride around it hard to get that read and that. I need to stop rotating so aggressively as long as thirds like this are happening. Miko's late as hell to that. On top of the fact that Miko is also, he's a challenger, and yet every aerial I've seen has looked really janky, so I don't know what's going on with that. All right, cool. Lifetime warranty at the location free of charge and under 15% rate. Wait, lifetime warranty? That's pretty lit. What happened to the coupe? Dude, my coupe is toast. I've been doing some engine work on it, and I think the, I mean, that car's already like very, very old. And I think I blew the head gasket, which shopping around estimates is like minimum probably $1,000, but probably like 2,000, 3,000 more. And the more I look at the engine, I'm like, honestly, that's probably busted. Valve gasket cover needs replacement. This needs replacement probably in the future. And I'm just kind of like, at what point am I just spending like $7,000 on a car that doesn't really, you know, work long time? Especially if I'm gonna be driving through Texas in the future, like for my job, I don't want to be stranded in the middle of the desert because my car suddenly decides it's broken. Whoop. That's an angle. Pay $590 a month? Yeah, for me, I'm not getting that. Yeah, if I'm getting a car, I'm not paying anything over 300, ideally. We're getting pretty close there. I want to keep that price low. Yeah, my credit's also being rebuilt slowly, so I have to be pretty careful about my auto loan. What I can afford, you know. Oh, that was dropped a little slower than I thought. I have a Mini Cooper, but it's old. I got it from one of our mods on Twitch. Shout out to the Doctor. It was very kind of him, you know, paid off car. All I had to do was pay the insurance. And it was a great car for like many, many months. And then all of a sudden it just started dying and I started looking more into it and I realized, oh my, that engine, despite getting checked out at the time of me buying it, is starting to really fail. And so I'm just like, well, considering I don't have to have a car right now because my job doesn't require, because I'm remote, I can just slowly get my new car, or get a new car by saving up for a big down deposit. And then hopefully that gets my monthly payment down to something pretty affordable. Because I don't need like a brand new car. I don't need like a 2024, 2025 car. I just want like something that ideally has like under 50K miles. Can last me a bit, but you know, we'll see what the market holds. Oh, I was like, that definitely hit a crossbar. It's the only car I got approved for. Yeah, credit checks are pretty brutal if you go to a dealership. Why I'm probably gonna have to go with Carvana or Drive Time. My credit used to be incredibly good, which is why it's so sad that after I went full time with Esports, we had like a couple emergency payments kick up. Got kind of cucked with late payments and forced me into using a lot of my credit. I had to reconsolidate all that debt because it was impossible to pay off. And eventually we got to this point where we're financially a lot more stable, but I still have a lot of debt to pay off. So my credit score went from like mid 700s, high 700s to about, I think it's at 580 or something right now. So we're not like absolutely atrocious, but we're definitely not good either, you know. All right, get my car paid off as long as possible. Yep. They had to put in the negative equity of a brand new car because they can hide negative equity in new cars versus used. Sure. $590 for a car payment is insane. I mean, if you've got no other payments, to be honest, I wouldn't mind paying that much for a car or something if I had none of my loan issues. Because I have IRS back pay I have to take care of, which is like $300 a month. I have my credit reconciliation, which is like $500 a month. So that's like $800 a month. That's just going out the window. So like if I had a lot of money to burn, like screw it, yeah, I could get a car for like $450, $500. But yeah, nearly $600 a month. I'm like, I'd have to be making absurd money to be able to get approved for that. Rent, phone, car insurance, internet, and trash, and CS. What the heck is CS? The average monthly payment for a car is like $800 now, according to the underwriter on my mortgage. Nope. Yeah, that's true. There's a YouTube video I'm gonna post in the Discord about this guy that just goes around talking about cars because he used to be a salesman, and just talking about this current crisis that all these dealerships have, where they have so much back order because the economy has been so bad for so many people and buying power is like so horrible that there's like a bunch of cars just sitting on lots and they don't know how to get rid of it. But because dealerships already make so much money, they're getting greedy, and so they're just keeping these like Ford Raptors and asking people to like, hey, do you want to pay this car off for $1,500 a month? And it's like, dude, unless you're making like $200K a year, like why the hell would you ever be paying $1,500 for a car? A second rent. It's the term, I believe it's car poor, where like you're driving a sweet car, you have rent, but like ultimately you can't afford anything else because all your money goes into your car. Especially when it comes to like those big trucks, like half your money is just gonna be going out the window just to gas. Court support? I don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound fun. Yeah, for me, it's just that stupid loan I gotta pay off. Oh, no, actually I have $360 for a loan I took out during grad school because we were on strike and I literally had no money and I wasn't sure when I was gonna get paid. That's $360 a month. I have $300 in IRS back pay, and then I have a $500 a month. So yeah, literally like more than a third of all my expenses per month are literally just going towards paying off loans, which is why when I start stacking cash, everyone's like, oh, what car are you gonna buy? What crazy car are you gonna buy? What car, blah, 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 are you gonna buy? I'm like, dude, I'm not buying anything. I'm literally doing all that money, or most of it's going to savings, but like a decent chunk of it is just gonna be paying aggressively down those like loans. Have a car that's a functioning AC and a driver window that rolls down. I mean, Scar, hopefully you can refinance that in the future. I'm just saying, like, if you just needed a car that's functional, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you got a brand new car, I feel like it's a little overkill, but I also think, like, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm a little scared. 15% is pretty high. I don't think I would accept any dealer offer. Granted, my credit's pretty low, but, like, I don't think I would accept any dealer offer over, like, 10%. I remember the one time I went to a lot, like one of those like, you know, corner of the street lots one time to look at a car. I remember the guy who was doing my credit thing. At that time I had pretty good credit, and he was like, yeah, we can approve you for 22%. And I'm like, literally, dude, die. like perish. You do not deserve to be here. Like, the fact that you look at me with a straight face, I have a 700 plus credit score, and you're telling me the only loan you can get approved for is a 22%? Is it run by your dad? Heard of Dave Ramsey? I can't say I have. Hey, Timbo Slice. Comp, yep. That's my boy Comp. Yeah, I cut that one a little extra hard. No way we both went. That's crazy. Thank you, Turret. Nice. Free servicing for life is kind of nice, though. My BMW payment is less than $300 a month. Yeah, but Lawler makes $7,000 a month. And that's just in tips. And then beyond that, it's, you know, just, he also discovered an oil well in his backyard, so, you know, leasing that land out to Big Energy makes him a decent amount of money. He's also he's a long-lost illegitimate son of a Saudi king, so got that inheritance money coming. Yeah, I would say in chat when I was talking about the cars I'm going to be looking at, someone's like, get a BMW, get a BMW. I'm like, buddy, BMWs are cool. I'm just, it's not going to happen. Are getting carried again? JK. Oh, hell, Cash. Imagine growing up with that personality. Couldn't be me. Once consult was going good though, goddamn. I mean, yeah. Yeah, this has been an esports winter and a half, dude. I'm actually blown away by how bad it's been lately. I have $3,000 from a company that has literally never had a problem, and of course this is the year where my net 60 payment is like a week and a half late. I'm super ticked. Like, don't worry, we're getting it to you. And I'm like, buddy, I know you're gonna get it to me. I've known you've paid other people, but they're not paying us all at once. They're paying us like in sequence of like certain people first. And I'm like, why? Like you had 2 months to prepare for this. You knew this date was coming, you know? 5 invoices, couple gas gigs, the dream. Yep. It's kind of my vibe, but that's okay. My job is gonna be, in about 40 days, we're gonna be gaming. Gonna get our 85% raise, plus any casting that comes through. No summer series, so pretty sad, but once CRL comes back, it'll be a nice little chunk, hopefully with a pay raise. I don't think it will be, but that was net 60. So basically, the way esports works typically is it's a net 30 or net 60. It can be any number, but basically after you finish a gig, you submit an invoice, or your contract states that net blank days after the event, that's when you get paid. So net 30 means if you do a gig, and let's say I submit my invoice to them, basically like, hey, I did this casting gig, I did it on this date, blah, 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 blah. You submit it to them, 30 days after that for net 30, you get paid on that day. If has this prod for you and Bass, y'all want to cover Carl matches? What is Carl? Is it the bell thing? 85% raise is incredible. Well, I mean, it's not really a raise. It's I'm on my probation period right now for my job. The first 3 months are literally just to make sure you're not a freaking psycho and that you're not entirely incompetent. So I think I'm doing pretty well. I'm getting decent reviews from people, and they seem to be happy with my growth and progress and personality. So hopefully that means going forward I can be, you know, an asset. And then I think at the end of August is when they approve me to push on. It seems like that kind of is the case. They keep talking very much future tense about like what I'm going to be doing for them in the future. So I think we're probably on the right track there. And I go from 35 to 65K. And that's before all my commission goes in. 65 base salary. In theory, you get paid on the 30th day. Yeah, I would say 75% of orgs pay on time, but there are occasionally ones that just are like, nope, just like refuses to pay you, and I'm just like, interesting. Do you have a ramp with your position? What do you mean? I think it's like my commission works there. It's like I have to make 100K in revenue in sales first, and then after that, I think I make 10% on all sales post that. Cars are LCQ team name. Oh, yeah, I'm totally down for that. I think all those times work for my work schedule, so I'd be totally down. If anything, I might have to take off 30 minutes early on the Friday, but I think other than that, I should be wide open. Oh. Yeah, I've been missing some casting for sure, Lawler. Honestly, I'm trying to potentially get some show matches together to just get that casting on my channel, because my God, it's been so long. It never been dead this hard for me. Even back when I was like a beginning caster, I felt like I had a decent amount of gigs. I've had like multiple months now with like maybe 1 gig, or it's either 1 or absolutely nothing. It is brutal how bad the cutback has been in funding. That was super stupid. I didn't think he had the... I was just not paying attention to the double because he was going so slow. Also, I'm not convinced Robin knows how to fast arrow. Every time I watch him take off, it's very, like, meh. Real player salespeople, so I've learned a lot about this stuff against my wills. Describe hard reps giving you part of your commission while you get better at your position. Not exactly. The way it works is just like when you close a deal and the money's actually sent through, then they calculate your commission and then they just add it to the next available paycheck. So it's pretty straightforward how you get it. But yeah, for me, I'm just about, you gotta, you know, pay your dues first each year. Like, so on like a set date, it's like you have to make 100K first, and then past that you have to, you also have to have a margin set at a certain percentage or else it doesn't count. So I was talking to my boss and they're like, yeah, sometimes it's just like if we're trying to get new business, it's kind of worth to kind of forego having, he's like rarely, but like occasionally you don't want to have any profit on yours, like commission on yours, just because like this is a company that like in the future will give us a lot of business. So like, yeah, if you don't take your margin too high, then it makes us more attractive. It's like, obviously you don't want to undersell too much, but you know, it's also sometimes like, sometimes we screw up, you know, like, and we misquoted them a number, and then to make it work, it's like, all right, we're gonna have to, our cut's gonna have to be lower to even out. All right, little back pass there. Keep the super chat goal. Hey, William. Yes, Birdie speaks the true. Yeah. Thought Danny was going to be a little slower. Man, should not be losing this. Can I convince you to buy a phone? The worst of the worst, Scar. Nah, I feel bad about this, people. Honestly, it's hard because I feel like just if I'm ever going... I just never understood it because like I feel like 99% of the time, if I was ever in the market for a phone, I wouldn't be like at a Target or a Walmart, you know? I'd be like at T-Mobile. Like I'd be at the physical store. Maybe. Hell of a lot cheaper. I mean, isn't that why people don't want to buy them though? Isn't that like Cricket Wireless? Hurdle rates are dynamic depending on the contract. Yeah, I mean, well, we're like a small business right now. Like we're making like decent income, M-Dog, but like, yeah, we're not like a massive, I guess technically what we're called as an integrator, but like we're not a massive like multi-thousand person, $700 billion income type of place. We're like I think we're like right now at like 20 million per like year. So it's pretty small, but we have a good reputation and we're growing pretty quick. So they always say like, yeah, the goal is like within like a year or two, we're gonna be at like 40 million. You know, make sure everyone's taken care of, make sure we're keeping the quality high, because that's pretty much what we're known for. We're like a very high level partner with like a lot of our distributors and all of our manufacturers. So we just got to keep doing a good job and keep our big clients happy. Dude, that could have been such an easy double tap. I just put it over the top instead. What's your job? I'm an account executive. So basically, sales guy. Favorite in-game RL announcer voice? Neo Tokyo guy. Epic Sevu! It's just very fun to hear. Also, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and there's the... Oh, right. And there's the option to listen to it in English or Japanese with English dub. Dub is no, Japanese with English subtitles. That is the way to do it. The different names of companies come up with. for B2B salespeople are so funny. I think account executive is a cool name. And also I like the name because it connotes exactly what you do. And that you're in charge of a bunch of different accounts and you're the one that people go to and you're like the go-to guy. I do think salesman has a sleazy vibe to it. Like, oh, I'm a sales guy. And people are like, it feels automatically a little like you're trying to con me. Or at least that's kind of the philosophy that my boss said. He's like, I call them account executives because it's exactly what you're doing. It sounds a lot more professional and it doesn't have the weirdness attached to it where everyone's like, oh, because like when you think of a salesperson, you're thinking of a car dealership. You know, you're thinking of some guy who's trying to take you for all you're worth. And since, you know, our whole thing is delivering quality, you know, and not maximizing profit, then that's what we want. We want people to think of it as a more straightforward way. All right, we're gonna pop that down line a little bit. Angler is gonna hit that right to me. Dang. Managers of business development. Well, we have a business development lead who's like our top salesperson. She's like insane. She just closed, I remember a deal. I was looking through our CRM earlier. She just closed one for like $3 million. Like she's gonna get a commission check for like probably 25, 30K for that. I'm just like, God damn, dude, I can't imagine opening up my pay stub and just seeing a 30K like sitting in there. Well, actually, it's not 30K. It's probably like, she's probably going to get like probably a little bit lower than that. Because it's not 3 million is the total sale. I don't know our profit. Actually, no, that's not even close. But she's probably getting like $7,000 just off that or something. Because I'd have to think she's probably using on a deal that big where their budget's insane. She's probably using like a 30-point margin or something like that. And then she's going to get 12% of whatever that 30% extra is. This is pretty brutal. That'll give her a project manager title. Feel that? There should be tax on it. Well, of course, it's income. She makes an insane amount of money. I don't think she's worried about taxes. You guys got to remember, the more money you make, you get taxed more. But important aspect of taxes, chat, is capacity to pay. It's why I'm never going to weep for someone being like, oh my God. Oh no, a lottery winner is gonna get taxed 55% of their 500 million. I'm like, oh no, then they'll only have 200 million. Oh no, you can barely live on that one. Wow, poverty lifestyle. Like, really? Like, did you know Shohei Ohtani's only gonna earn like blah, blah, blah of his contract? Oh no, then he'll only make 300 million over 10 years. Oh no, oh, poor baby. Meanwhile, if you taxed me 65% of my income, I would literally die. Because I don't have that capacity to pay that amount and not be basically homeless. I don't know how that worked, for sure. Just gonna bonk this guy real quick. Nice. Tips get better as a diamond. Learn how to fast arrow and play better off the wall. Like keep the wall closer. It's like the biggest thing. I don't know if Mantra was talking about fake Cozy the other night, but she was saying Cozy's toxic, or she doesn't know who I was talking about. I mean, I love Macho, but I'm assuming you mean Miss Macho. Miss Macho is not a high enough rank to play against Cozy, so I don't really know if she knows of the same Cozy, because Cozy is definitely not a toxic dude. At least not in a way that would be like transparently so, like in text chat or something. There was a guy that was like being toxic. That was impersonating Jackson, the like Cozy's bud. I don't know why pre-jump is so slow. Hey, Eric. Oh, he left. Interesting. Dude. I don't know what Gal's doing on 100 boost and then not jumping for that at the very least. A little bit weird. No! Angle literally recovered so flawlessly on that, I'm angry. God. Jesus, dude. Nothing like 1600s telling me that. Man, I never win with Danger Taco. And yet I win every time against you. What could the pattern mean? Also, literally go fuck yourself. James Bot, Zapatos, and Wiz this low in MMR. Oh my god. This is such ass, dude. They were 1700. I don't respect them either way. Yes, very normal having two of the top 100 in the world at 1v1 players playing with James in 1700. Love this, very normal, very fair. Bang. Top corner. Place has conflicting end up with the unlucky poor team synergy. Sure. No, I just hate it when people actually in ranked. Honestly, one thing Psionic should actually add is the ability to look at anyone's individual play account and see what your win-loss is against them and statistics playing with and against them. Can you imagine how toxic Twitter would be or Discords would be for six-mans? If you could just like pull up at any time your exact record with and against a dude, that'd be so crazy. Like, oh dude, you're so ass. Oh yeah? Pulls up record. He's like, you're like 1-44 against them, and like, oh damn. They really are ass. Bro, I think it would be otherworldly trash talk. Pros can basically do that via Wikipedia. No, I thought Turret saw me. Why did you jump that? third. Dude, he got so freaking cocky for no reason. I also did not think that Turret would go for that. I thought he saw me on that. The amount of copium people saying you're just carried. Well, yeah, but still, like, that'd be so crazy to just have a screenshot that just showed that. I'm sure there's a way to build that in. Be like RL tracker. Just press you know, be able to like click someone and just auto searches their account. Time to call. Have a good night, Taco. See you, Lawler. I was gonna play till I lost, but I'm 60 MMR. Be how it is sometimes. Ugh, bad recovery. Nice hook shot. All right, cool. That's kind of a clunky game. We're playing against basically 2 pro players, so, or at least I would say bubble pros, with a non-pro as our third. So always gonna be kind of a tough game, but. Oh, that was not the first recovery I wanted. Trying to put it past where Zapatos can get a super clean touch on it. Cat is just fucking useless dude on the near post. He's just so scared to go for anything. Once Baskin's throwing you in a group chat, excellent. Good to hear. Thought I DM'd him about it, but wasn't sure. Nope. Yeah, these games are just some nonsense. Should not be losing MMR for games like this. They're like, I don't know what Zapatos is, but it's like top 15 player, probably top 5 in all of North America with 1v1s. And we're, you know, just casually playing him in 1700, not even SSL. Wiz is like a rank X and has been for like a trillion years, so. It's frustrating. Well, I'm turning kind of impulsively in these games as well. I'm just trying to force stuff, because I know Cash Lover is not going to be probably the most reliable teammate in terms of pressure setup. Damn, good 50. It's almost like he plays ones or something. I'm sorry. How are you still at 0 boost? My God. It's been 6 seconds since you had to touch the ball. Oh, and that's why you pad, chat. 1392 for Zapatos. Die, dude. Holy crap. All right, I'm going to pause. Why does it look huge? Because the moment he was using the Merc for years, and now that the Bean is out, the Bean car, he just uses that. All right, we're gonna Q dodge that. I'm not in the mood to just watch James get carried by those guys for every game. Oh, GC has the ability to adapt to your decisions though. My rank would just rage quit. I mean, kinda. See, the issue is that the players who succeed in ranked are the players who have the confidence to go for things, as well as the in the moment awareness to not just full send on absolutely everything. Like if they see something that they know they can get and they're confident that they're the only person in the round that should be going, they'll go. But if they're like, that's a little dicey, then they just get out and it's fine. But like the players who get hard stuck in GC2, or the players basically that I have to, you know, me and Turd have to deal with right now, the biggest issue that they run into is that they play fine, and then just at some point they just hit this wall where they lose all internal consistency. And they're just like, I don't know, should I don't know, I'm just gonna go to the corner again, and then get boost. And then you look back and they always have like 10 boost in their tank. And I'm like, buddy, grab a pad, take a 50, you know, play, you know, chill out a bit. Like, that's it. Like, I don't need people to carry, I just need you to not be a liability. But the more you hesitate at higher ranks, the slower you are. And the slower you are, the more confusing rotation is. Because a lot of times, when you're playing an 1800, the reason why those lobbies are easier, low-key, is because, yeah, it's, you know, you have to execute at a higher level, but ultimately, I know if I go for a ball, everyone's gonna react to what I'm doing. If someone doesn't go immediately, I know that someone else can take it and it's not gonna be a huge double commit. But when it comes to lower decisions, a lot of these games are just players waiting, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go. And then as soon as I go, they go. And they're like, dude, why'd you go? I had it. I'm like, buddy, you can't wait 7 minutes for an aerial and then expect me to know that you're gonna wait that long, you know? Hi, kitty. Luna's sitting by my chair. Just screaming at me. Meow, meow, meow. Oh! That's kind of crazy he turned for that. I'm gonna head out, get ready for bed. Good night. Good night, dog. I'm not gonna be too far behind. It was a good stream, though. Considering the past, like, 20 streams we've been ending after 90 minutes, I think want to make sure I feed my kitties. And then, you know, I got work, so can't be staying up too super late. Try to put it down turret. Ah. Cool. Oh my god. I need people to get out of my way. One of that sharper into the ceiling so I can take a 50. Go! Nice. Yeah, I think we're next L, Chad. I'm feeling a little like, we'll see how this game goes type of thing, but I just realized I started streaming really late, so it's already 11. I want to make sure I'm not up forever. Feels good to be back. Very kind of everyone to, you know, donate. Especially a random user dropping a random $500 like a psycho. Noise. If you were forced to play with someone far lower ranked than you, how would you have them support you? I'd have them stop trying to dive at everything. Like, I know I'm saying like, well, high ranks, you said people need to be confident and go for stuff. I'm like, yeah, but the thing is like a lot of lower level players, they overestimate how fast they truly are. It's why a lot of players watch this gameplay and they're like, this is GC3 or whatever. Like, I'm a C2 and I could play this fast. And I'm like, no, you can't. Like, it looks like you can. Oh, these games are blah, blah, blah. But I guarantee if they got in these lobbies, because this has happened so many times before in viewer games, where we have like 3 GC3 or SSLs in the lobby and then they get in and they'll play and they're like, dude, I can't even touch the ball. I'm like, yeah, because it feels slow, but it's because the reason why it's fast is that when you are needed to actually go for the ball, they immediately chow it. And then those touches become, very hard to stop for the defense if they're not positioned correctly. And that's the biggest thing champs like freaking suck at, or lower GC suck at, is actually enhancing their play to like somewhat hang at that level. Oh, I missed that 100 in the corner. What the heck? That was very confusing. I turned and held the boost and I was like, wait, why am I not moving faster? Do you remember vaguely Ronnie Eds? I turned away for 1 frickin' second. What just happened here? Ah, that's unfortunate. Moving forward on that is psychotic though from team, I'm not gonna lie. It's called no man's land, chat. If you're moving forward toward a ball that you're not challenging, but also you're not in goal because the other team's definitely gonna hit it before you, you are not doing literally anything. The only way that would be helpful is if the guy straight up missed, and then you have the ability to like help him out in that regard. Super consistent, always moving. I mean, maybe not super smooth. I don't know. I like playing 1800s because that's like where games are like really clean and really consistent. This is just sloppy. It's also really inconsistent because you've been playing with people who can like double flip reset, then make like a diamond level defensive mistake, and you're just like, wait, what? Like, how are you the same person? No, that spawn, dude. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, if he gets back in time, I'm gonna be angry. I was like, it's just slow enough that he could probably get back to that. Honestly, if he flipped a little later and just used his boost a bit more, I think he saves that. Shouldn't have leaned into it. Figured he probably would have gone over. Alrighty, stole that away. All right, I think we're gonna do one more because I'm kind of getting burnt out. But hey, we are pretty positive today, regardless of some throws here and there. God, I'm still so low in threes. It's really sad. I already own that. Sunless video participant? I don't know if I ever participate. I think I'm in a Sunless video a while back, but there's no way of knowing. Oh. Yeah, also, we're going to go next game is going to be our final game, but we don't get a game in the next 45 seconds because we're at 15 on the timer. I'm going to end stream. This is kind of want to make sure I feed my cats and get to wind down. Also, I think my migraine's starting to come back, so I'm not so I want to make sure I'm not gaming too much. Okay, there we go. Final game of the night. If it's against Wiz again, I'm going to be pissed. All right. Chalk cast. That's copyright infringement. Okay, we'll get back on that, grab some pads. Just gonna go for speed on that. Probably could have beaten him over the top, but figured he was jump earlier, and he didn't. Again, one of the weird things about playing this rank is sometimes you're like, yeah, of course you're gonna go for that, right? Sorry, Angle, thought you saw me. Damn, I was trying to flip into that, but I realized the guy in goal was waiting for it, so I can't flick it over him. Oh, turret was going back. Bad timing by me. All right. Move back post. Turret takes a 50 on that. Nice. I take a 50 again. Rotate middle. Rubber pads, kind of play the middle again. I'm going to take that just because turret is in a weird position for that. Grab some boost. Good win by Angler. Goal. Oh. Oh, wow. Really good read by Brandini, I'm not going to lie. I don't know how I got that with that much confidence. Okay, he can take a 50 on that. Good recovery. I flailed a little. Angle! Oh. We're gonna light touch that. Ooh, that was a really heavy touch. I expected to hit it that high. I meant to hit it light in terms of like keeping it not super far off the wall, but we're gonna lob that. I think it's a little behind turret. Yes, it is. That's gonna bounce in a way he can't get. Beat him. Yes, the classic. Beat the guy to the ball, but they tag you. Good defending by that guy. Goal, please. Oh my god. Yeah, I just want to make sure I get back on that goal. Turret, even if he doesn't score that, it's going to make it weird. Nice. GG's, everybody. Hello. How you doing, JG? It's a solid placement. Mwah. That kickoff looked a little weird. I didn't want to flip. Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna be. These are gonna be our final game of the night. So, you know, have a good night. Sub if you guys are new. I don't know how many people in the stream are new or watching, but trying to get back to things. I'm gonna try to keep my editing pace up. It's been a little difficult lately, but I've been at least a little bit more active, which has been nice. It's kind of hard to focus on everything with work and whatnot. Oh, I flipped way too early on that. Luckily, my diagonal flip meant the corner popped up. What? Oh, wave dash. What the heck? I might just land on it. Nope. Rank you. Yeah, right now we're actually, I don't think we're GC3, we're GC2 right now, but typically we're GC3 SSL. Oh, and they just forfeit. Okay, that's final game, chat. So peace out. We'll start stream a little bit earlier going forward. I just was getting back from business trip. I had to take a nap, make some dinner, feed my cats and all that. So yeah, I wasn't able to stream earlier. But anyway, Peace out, much love, and catch you on the next one.